Good day, everyone. First of all, I welcome all of you to join us for today's orientation. Today, we have an orientation about ICAEW Advanced Level Examination, and that is entirely for November 2026 examination only. So, we will discuss a lot of points about ICAEW Advanced Level. Before we talk about today's content, let's have an overview. What you are thinking about, probably you were wishing, you were thinking about, you need to pursue the ICAEW advanced level. So that is just your wish, you are thinking, you are planning. But if you take a decision today, so you might be converted into a candidate. You could be an ICAEW candidate. You would be preparing for your exam depending upon how many exemptions you have, depending upon what is your situation. That's a separate debate. We can discuss it. And tomorrow, what is going to happen? Tomorrow, you will become an ICAEW chartered accountant. And as we know that as an ICAEW chartered accountant, you have global recognition, couple of benefits, mutual recognition, rewards in terms of financial, non-financial, key position, a lot of stuff. So your one decision can take you from here to here as well. So if you have any query, any point, so you can send me in chat box or we can discuss it at the end of this orientation as well. Now, if we talk about the contents of today's orientation, what we are going to talk about, first of all, we will discuss why ICAEW, why you should pursue ICAEW. If you have any other professional qualification or certification, so what could be the benefit? Why you should add ACA ICAEW? Second, we will discuss what has changed since July 2026. As we know that July 2026 examination just completed 3 days ago. So what has changed for November 2026? We will talk about those changes. Next, we will talk about qualification structure. What is the structure of ICAEW? How many exams are there? In how many exams you have to appear and how you can go for it. Then we will talk about the very first advanced level exam, that is corporate reporting or CR. What is CR? What is its syllabus? Its paper pattern? How many questions would be there? We will talk about in a couple of minutes. Second examination is Strategic Business Management or SBM basically. Strategic Business Management or SBM. What is SBM? What is business management at strategic level? How many subjects are included in SBM? How we are going to study them? We will talk about. Then we will talk about some common reasons why students fail. Unfortunately, why students get stuck, why they do not get favorable results, and how we are going to study them, how we can overcome their mistakes basically. Then we will talk about 12 weeks plan basically, because today we are standing on 26th of July. Today is 26th of July 2026 and our session would be started from 1st of August 2026 as well. So starting from 1st of August till November 2026 exams, we have 13 weeks. So how you have to prepare yourself? So we will talk about how you can prepare 12-week plan and we are going to assist you individually according to your circumstances, how much prior knowledge you have and how you can adopt to the ICAEW structure as well. Then we will talk about tutors feedback. As a tutor, I would be providing you feedback on your assignments, on your past paper, on each and everything that you write out. And finally, there will be a question and answer session. So live interactive session would be there. So if you have any query or question, so I would request you to please hold down or you can send me into the chat box Once this orientation is completed, then I will answer all of the questions and queries. So till then, please have some patience. Thank you. Before we talk about today's content, let's have a quick overview about tutor's profile, because I have seen over the years many professionals, they are curious about the tutor who is going to teach them. If I talk about, my name is Noman Liaqat. I am ICAEW member, fellow member of ACCA, associate member of PIFA. I have more than 15 plus years of teaching experience at different levels and more than 13 plus years of industry experience as well. I'm a tutor at different online forums and approved learning partners of different professional certification. I'm also a mentor at Oxford Brookes University. Along with that, I am also a founder and managing partner at ICAEW registered firm, and my firms are in UK as well as in UAE as well. So I'm also working as a founder and managing partner and co-partner. Last but not the least, I am also a visiting faculty member at one of the renowned universities in United Arab Emirates as well. So this is basically a brief introduction about myself. So you would be in safe hands, so you do not need to worry about anything. Now let's talk about why ICAEW. Why? So what are the reasons why you should choose the ICAEW? There are a couple of reasons. Obviously, we cannot list down all of the reasons here. So we just picked some of the reasons here. First of all, you can say that is a globally recognized qualification basically. So even if you talk about Asian countries, you talk about Europe side, even you talk about your GCC countries and so on. So that is basically one of the most renowned qualification, because ACA mean Associate Chartered Accountant. Associate Chartered Accountant. So you will become a Chartered Accountant here as well. After this, you can apply for your practicing certificate. You can start your own practice. That could be accounting firm, tax consultancy, advisory, auditing, depending upon the qualification, depending upon the experience what you have. This global recognition also allows you mobility as well. So you have a couple of opportunities in different jurisdictions of the world. So that allows you to mobile yourself. So you can travel, you can get a lot of opportunities, not only in your own country, but in many other countries as well. Along with this, ICW also provides you exceptional career opportunities as well. Why? Because with this certification, you can work at top positions of any organization as well. Top positions of any organization, including your public limited companies. Publicly limited companies as well. Even if you will look at the top companies, then at key position, you will see that chartered accountants are there. Along with this, it also provides you some accelerated professional growth opportunities as well. So couple of professional growth opportunities would be there. Your earning potential, your earnings are going to be enhanced as well. Why? Because you have a lot of flexibility, you have recognition, you have excellent position, you have good professional growth. So that also enhances your earning potential as well. And last but not the least, it also provides you professional prestige and lifelong network as well. Because after this, you can apply for ICAEW membership. You can become a member of one of the most renowned bodies. So you get a lot of networking opportunities, discussions, and so on, basically. So these are some of the reasons why you should choose ICAEW. If we talk about what has changed since July 2026, so let's talk about. So what we are going to do, first of all, we are going to talk about 12 weeks preparation and performance tracking plan basically. If you appear in July, doesn't matter if you are appearing in 2026 or 2027 or whatever, July examination that has a different pattern. November examination has a different pattern as well. Different pattern mean depending upon your circumstances, your time, each and everything. So for this, for November 2026, we are going to prepare our 12 weeks plan. How you have to spend your plan as well. Along with this, we will be monitoring your performance, how you are performing as well. That's why I stated we will prepare plan that is customized. So that is basically you can say individual or customized plan. Customized plan means according to your circumstances. It is not like this. For example, in coming week you have to cover 6 standards. In next week you have to cover up next 8 standards or 10 standards. No, depending upon your situation, how many days you are working, how much time is available for you, what is your prior knowledge. So according to lot of factors, we will prepare the individual plan. We will be in discussion with every candidate. We will prepare individual plan and then we will be moving accordingly. You know, ICAEW examination has couple of important aspects, and some of them are basically exam software, because exams are CV based exam, so you have to write on a computer. Either you are appearing in examination hall or you are appearing as a remote candidate, that doesn't matter, but you need to be familiar with the ICAEW exam software. So what is the exam software, how you can use it, what are the components, we will talk about. Advanced information and data analytics as well basically. In our corporate reporting exam, as well as in our case study exam, we have a concept of advanced information. So advanced information, that is basically information that is released approximately 8 weeks before exam. That gives us some situation, some scenario. We have to analyze that advanced information and then we need to respond according to the requirement. For corporate reporting, we have a different pattern of advanced information. For case study, we have a different pattern of advanced information as well. In corporate reporting, advanced information consists of a very small portion, but in case study, your exam, your major portion consists of the advanced information. This orientation is particularly for corporate reporting and SBM. For case study, we will be having a separate orientation just after this one. Along with this, we have data analytics software as well. So just like real life, you are working with a client, you have to analyze their financial, different transaction, ledger, trial balance, how you can go with that. So here we have data analytics. We will discuss about integration, corporate reporting, SBM, and case study, how you can prepare for a couple of exams. It's not like you have to prepare for one exam. You can appear in 2 exams or 3 exams, depending upon your situation and depending upon your circumstances. Here we will be talking about structured exam practice with feedback, basically. Yes, we will be practicing questions from question bank, from past paper, and many other resources. Along with them, we will be having revision session, exam technique session, and open book notes as well. As you know, that ICAEW, that is basically the open book exam. You can carry anything according to the space available with you. So how you can use your notes, how you can use your study material, that is basically an art. That should be your strategy, because not every time you can open up your book or notes. So how you have to use them. More importantly, you have a time constraint in exam. How you can save your time if you have to find out anything. So that is basically we are going to talk about and we are going to prepare. Now let's talk about qualification structure. what is the structure of ICAEW, how many exams are there, and particularly with respect to advanced level. If we talk about in ICW, we have three levels. First of all, we have certificate level. Second, we have professional level. And third, we have advanced level as well. We have 6 exams in certificate level, 6 exams in professional level, and we have 3 exams in advanced level as well. These 6 exams, here you can see that couple of new exams just like sustainability and ethics. Similarly, in professional level, we also have introduction of some new exam, merger of some examination as well. So multiple exams are there. 6 exams in certificate level, 6 exams in professional level. As I just mentioned, we are talking about the advanced level orientation. So we will not be considering the certificate or professional level, as we can have a separate orientation for these levels as well. For advanced level, till November 2026, we have 3 exams. Till November 2026, we have 3 exams. We have corporate reporting or CR, second is strategic business management or SBM, and third is case study or CS as well, basically. Because November 2026, that is the last attempt for case study. After this, their structure, their pattern is going to be changed. But there is no change for corporate reporting and SBM in 2026. There will be changes in 2027 as well. Next, we will advise you. It's not like you have to study 3 exams or 2 exams. That will depend upon your circumstances, your situation, your prior knowledge, how much time and effort you can dedicate. So accordingly, we will advise you the paper combination. How many exams you should take in November 2026, how many in July 2027, and if there is something left for November 2027, then how you need to proceed. Along with that, we will also share tips how you have to study. We will also be sharing the exam tips and techniques as well. Because most of the people believe these exam tips and techniques are at the end of the session. No, we believe these exam tips and techniques are along your study sessions as well. Along your study session, along your practice sessions as well, basically. So we will be advising you on couple of areas. These are 3 exams of ICAEW Advanced Level, Corporate Reporting or CR, SBM or Strategic Business Management, CS, or you can say that is the case study examination. So that is just a structure of your ICAEW Advanced Level. Now let's talk about in detail. What do you mean by corporate reporting or CR? What is its syllabus? What is its paper combination? Let's talk about. If we talk about the syllabus, what is the syllabus of corporate reporting? We have 2 major areas. First of all, we have reporting. That is approximately 55 to 65%. Second, we have audit and assurance. That is 30 to 40%. And last one, ethics, that constitutes some minor but a very important proportion. That is 5 to 10% basically. So although the proportion of ethics is quite small, but we should not ignore it. Why? The reason is that basically ethics are very important. Very, very important. Ethics are part of all exams of ICAEW. Because ICAEW believes either you are having a business or you are having your practice or whatever you are doing, you need to be ethical. You need to behave in a manner that is acceptable. That is acceptable for everyone. You should not just think about your own benefit. So that's why you need to learn about ethics, because what are ethics? Ethics are way of doing. Ethics tell us way of doing. Either the way of doing is right or wrong. If we are pursuing something, either we are doing in a right direction or we are in a wrong direction as well. So this is about the ethics. So you can expect the ethics question everywhere in all exams of ICAEW. That is basically the exam structure. Exam structure, or you can say that is going out to be your paper pattern. Like how many questions would be there? First of all, you must know that there are 100 marks and 50% is basically the passing. But you need to put a lot of effort to get those 50% marks. There are three questions: question number one, question number two, and question number three as well. If we talk about question number one, that is approximately for 40 mark. Question number two, 30 marks, and approximately same number of marks we have for question number three as well. In question number one, we have data analytics. We also have advanced information as well. Along with this, we have a question of reporting and auditing section as well, basically. In question number two, we have reporting side, we have audit side, and we also have the ethics side as well, basically. Even sometime data analytics or advanced information could belong to your question number two, but that would be specifically defined where it is going to be. In question number three, we have a examination about reporting side, our auditing knowledge, skills, and ethics as well. You might be surprised that I have placed the ethics almost in every question. Even that could be part of your question number one as well. Because as I mentioned earlier, ethics are very, very important. It could be examined in any question, either in question one, in question two, or question three, or that might be part of multiple questions as well. So that is basically the pattern about corporate reporting. How many questions would be there? What would be their expected marks? And what areas are going to be tested in your corporate reporting? If we further talk about, then corporate reporting exam is basically about calculation. Some people think that is just a calculation exam because we are talking about reporting, so that will involve just calculation. No, it involves calculation, but not entirely the calculation base. Why? You also need to prepare the journals. You also need to go for your basics. Even ICAEW examiner also speaks about double entries. Probably we could have studied these double entries in our first or second exam of accounting or reporting, but here we need to provide. Along with this, we also need to go for explanations as well. So we need to explain. We need to interpret the facts. What are the facts? What are the figures here as well? And last but not the least, we also need to go for the auditing side as well, basically. So you can expect a lot of things: reporting side, your auditing side, advanced information, data analytics. That is going to be a very interesting examination. That will give you a lot of skills, practical skills, how you can work with a client. If we talk about some new areas, what are some new areas in corporate reporting? Apart from your previous reporting examination, questions are integrated questions basically. As I just explained in examination pattern, we have reporting, we have audit, we have ethics. So you can expect integrated questions. Integrated questions mean multiple subjects or you can say multiple areas could be examined here. It's not like one question will entirely belong to your consolidation or IFRS 15 or IFRS 16. No. Examiner may give you a question about any particular topic, or there might be a couple of standards, and examiner might ask about audit risk or audit implication or analytical procedures or something like this. Here, examiner talks about analytical skills. Why? Because after qualifying ICAEW exam, you are going to become a chartered accountant. And examiner expect our professional skepticism, our skills, our knowledge at a good chartered accountant level as well. That's why here we have integrated exam. Just assume like we are working for a client. So at the same time, for example, if we have to pursue a transaction or we need to purchase something, purchase a company, so what we are going to do? Either we have to just consider the reporting implication. No, we will perform the due diligence. We will consider reporting side, accounting, operation, strategy, compatibility with our business, lot of stuff. So here ICW assumes the same thing. You are going out to be a chartered accountant very soon. Then we have data analytics as well. As explained, data analytics mean that is just like a software and you have to analyze the data. Here you have to analyze the information as well, basically. Along with this, it also talks about compliance with IES and IFRS as well. Normally, when we talk about compliance, then people assumes compliance mean compliance with legal obligation, compliance with regulatory authorities concerns. No, it also involves compliance with your IES and IFRS as well. So there are some couple of new areas which we just discussed. If we just have a quick overview about data analytics and advanced information. So what is data analytics and what is advanced information as well? Data analytics, that is basically a document that contains 11 months of information or data set, basically 11 months of information, and that is released approximately 8 weeks before your real exam, and it will contain lot of information about your company, your industry, your situation, and your scenario as well. And it could also involve data simulation and visualization as well. So if I explain in simple word, what is data analytics? For example, you are going to a meeting. So before meeting, you must know the agenda of meeting as well. You must know the agenda of meeting. Why? So you can prepare yourself. So you can prepare yourself in a good manner. In a good manner as well. Either you are going to a meeting with a bank for financing, for restructuring, for application of a new loan, for any other thing, or you are going for a meeting to regulatory authorities, taxation authorities, to shareholders, to stakeholders, to supplier, to customer. Where? What? What is the objective? So if I know the objective of my meeting, if I know the agenda, so I can prepare myself in a much better manner as well. So that's why ICW has the same concept, practical, real life issues. So they provide you the advanced information approximately 8 weeks before the real exam, and then we need to work upon those information as well. Here we have 11 months of information, and for the next 12th month, which is the 12th month, its information is released in EP. that is exam paper as well. So we will be reviewing the advanced information, we will be performing our analysis, and then we will be preparing ourselves. That is all about corporate reporting. Now, let's talk about the second subject, that is strategic business management, or SBM basically. It's not like corporate reporting is the first one. You can appear in any sequence, but there are some rules, some restrictions for your case study. So now let's talk about strategic business management, or SBM. In corporate reporting, we have three questions, but in SBM, we have two questions. Question number one and question number two. If we talk about the proportion, then in question number one, we have 55 to 65 marks for question number one and 35 to 45 marks for question number two. These are some approximate marks because sometime there could be 62 marks here and 38 marks should be here, or it could be 60-40. So these are some average marks you can expect. In question one, you will see a lot of areas from business analysis, finance, and sometime there could be a costing side as well, basically. Business analysis, talking about your business strategies, strategic analysis, strategic choices, implementation, business analysis, data analysis. Even in finance, you can talk about international investment appraisal, business valuation, financial instrument, working capital, sources of finance. So these are the topic, some common topic. Next, we have costing. Some areas of costing are also part of our SBM syllabus as well, basically. Just like your costing methods, your busting techniques, break-even point, margin of safety, variance analysis. So these are your costing areas. And we will cover each and everything. You do not need to worry about any point. In question two, similarly, we also have business analysis. Same, we have finance, but here we also have reporting and auditing side as well. Normally, this is the combination, but sometime you might see some changes as well. Changes mean reporting could be part of your question number one, or costing could be part of your question number two as well. So you should not be worried, but these are your guidelines, these are your syllabus areas. So here we just have two questions. In corporate reporting, we had three questions. If we talk about what are the essential skills, what are vitals, important areas for SBM, there are a lot of things. First of all, you need to be good with your financial and business analysis. In fact, that is your prerequisite. You must possess some sound financial and business analysis knowledge as well. Then you must have your commercial thinking. Yes, you must apply your commercial thinking. You must apply your judgment, applying judgment, or you can say AJ, because you are going out to be a chartered accountant. So examiner expects that you will be applying a good level of professional judgment. And finally, last but not the least, you will be forming the conclusion. You will be proposing some business recommendations as well, basically. So you will be forming conclusions and also proposing the business recommendations as well, like how you have to conclude about a situation or a scenario. What are your recommendations? What you think about? What should we do now? For example, I am the CEO of a business. So what recommendations you are proposing it to me? So that is about your skill. For example, you are working in an advisory firm or you are working with a firm and a client comes to your firm and asks for some sort of advice. So at this point, you are making a recommendation, but recommendation should be sound, commercial, practical. Because most of the candidates sometimes ignore some important consideration and they provide the recommendation which might not be practical. Just assume that. Normally, I quote this example. Just assume that you are the CEO of a business or working at a top position and someone has given you the same piece of advice, would you implement that advice into your own business? If you think I can implement that advice and that would improve the situation of my business, that could be okay. But if you are proposing advice and you think you would not be applying same advice into your business, it means you are not doing the justice. You are not working properly. So you need to learn about how you have to make the recommendation, how you have to make sure you conclude in a right direction as well. It should not be the case your analysis on left side and your conclusions are on the right side. It means your analysis and conclusion should not be in opposite direction. Both of them should be in the same direction as well. So we will talk about how we can develop these skills. If we talk about some new areas, there are a couple of areas which we have studied, but there are some new areas as well. Just like we talk about NPV, we talk about IRR in our earlier studies of finance, financial management, but here we have modified IRR as well. That is a little bit advanced level. We talk about NPV in our local currency, but here we have a NPV that is a foreign NPV as well. For example, here you are evaluating a project in another country. For example, you are sitting in one country, but you are evaluating the opportunity, evaluating the project of another country, another jurisdiction as well. Business reconstruction, that is fairly a new topic. Business reconstruction, how you can talk about reconstruction. Multilateral netting. So if you have to net off multiple aspects, how you can pursue in different currencies as well. And last but not the least, business valuation techniques as well. What is FCF? Free cash flows. DCF, discounted cash flows. Income-based earning. Income-based valuation. Asset-based valuation. What are the different methods of business valuation? We will discuss in detail when we will be pursuing this topic as well. So these are some fairly new areas in your SBM. Either we have some new areas or old areas, we are going to cover all of them. Then next, you can see that there are two circles. First of all, we have corporate reporting and then we have SBM, and there is a sub area that is being overlapped. Why we have this circle? Why there are some overlapping areas? Because if you have observed, then some areas are common. Your reporting side as well as your audit. This is going out to be common in your corporate reporting and SBM. So reporting and audit are same in your corporate reporting and SBM as well. So that could be a good point. If you are preparing for reporting side, you might also prepare for SBM, depending upon many factors. So that could provide you the advantage because you can expect 10 to 15 marks at least of your reporting and audit in your SBM exam as well. So if you are preparing for corporate reporting, at the same time, 10 to 15% or 20%, you are also preparing your SBM as well. And that can provide you a huge advantage. That's why we have this diagram that shows the overlapping areas. Now let's talk about very briefly about case study. Why? Briefly, because we have a separate orientation about case study. Case study is entirely a unique exam. So we will be having a separate orientation for this one. If I just provide you a very quick overview in one slide, then case study is basically a report writing exam. What we need to do? We need to write a report. That is basically a skill-based exam. Examiner tests your skills. There is no technical knowledge. No technical knowledge means no IAS or IFRS or taxation or financial management or auditing rules. No, simply business analysis, financial analysis, financial data analysis. and one of the most important components among other areas, that is advanced information as well. As I just mentioned, advanced information is released 8 weeks before exam. 8 weeks before exam, your advanced information is released basically. So that is a very brief overview. For detailed explanation, I would request you to please join the orientation for case study. Now let's talk about some common reasons which I have observed over the last 10 to 12 years why students get failed in ICAEW advanced level. What are the common areas of mistake? Although we have students either directly from ICAEW or from any other professional certification or qualification, they are very good individuals. They pass out multiple exams of reporting, auditing, taxation, finance, strategy. But why they get fail at advanced level? What is the difference? What are the major causes? I have highlighted some of the top reasons into my slides. First of all, inability to retain technical areas. As I just mentioned, in both of the exam of corporate reporting and SBM, we have a lot of technical areas. So if you are unable to retain your technical area, so what you should do? You can take help from your exam file, but you need to be very good. You need to understand the things basically. It's not like you can open up the book for each and every area. What most of the students think, that is open book exam, I can open up for any point. You can open it up, you are allowed to do that, but you cannot open up again and again after every few minutes. It shows that you are not well prepared. It could consume huge amount of time. So we will guide you how you have to retain your technical areas basically. How you can prepare your exam file. So if you have to find out anything, you will be able to find it out in less than 30 seconds. Again, that is lack of technical knowledge. Either you are unable to retain or you are unable to understand. That doesn't give a good impression. Another point could be poor demonstration of skills basically. Poor demonstration of skills. It means your skills are not fine. You think you have skills, but you are not clearly demonstrating your skills. If you are not demonstrating into your examination hall, then it doesn't matter how good you are for your studies, how good you are at your home or at your classroom. It doesn't matter because examiner knows only what you have written into your examination hall. Another very common mistake is basically considering advanced level exam as other exams as well. You think advanced level exams are just similar with the other exams, my other exam, so I'm going to pass it out with less effort. No, you need to put out some good efforts as well. Because after this advanced level examination, you can use the prestigious designation of ACA ICAEW. Here, examiner wants you to apply the professional skepticism. That's why you need to think about advanced level examination. You need to study properly, you need to work hard, but more importantly, you need to study smartly. Some more reasons, couple of reasons are here. Vague writing expressions as well. Let's assume that you have technical knowledge, you have skills, but your writing expressions are not good. You are not explaining things properly. So how this is going to work upon? No, definitely it will not work upon. If you have written something, but if you do not get a feedback from your tutor, so what is going to happen? It means you do not know. Because when you will look at the solutions of ICW examiner, then solutions are quite long. So students think we have to produce the same amount of solution, which is practically impossible into exam hall. So you get confused. What should I do? What should I write? And what should I avoid? So it is very important to get a feedback from your tutor because he's going to guide you what you should write and what you have to avoid. Poor time management. Yes, because exam is basically that time restricted. We have 3.5 hours. We have 3.5 hours for corporate reporting, 3.5 hours for your SBM. Students think normally examinations are for 2 hours, 2.5 or 3 hours. 3.5 hours is going to be enough amount of time. Yes, that could be the enough amount if you have prepared yourself in a good manner. If you think you can work upon properly, that could be the point. Last but not the least, you work upon, you try to get the perfect answer. No, that might not be possible. That might be or might not be the possible. So you do not need to get the perfection. You need to pass out exam with good grades as well. Definitely, you should put efforts to get the right answer as much as possible. But please do not get stuck. Do not get stuck. So these are some of the common reasons why students get fail in their ICAEW advanced level. If students are getting failed, then there should be a proper way, a suitable mechanism how they can study. So now let's talk about how we are going to study for our exam, how we are going to teach you. We believe in three areas. First of all, study. Second is practice. And third is going to be the feedback. Only three areas we believe in. And that has worked in more than last 10 years. First of all, you should study. You should try to retain the knowledge as much as possible. Second aspect is basically the practice, implementation of that knowledge as well, application of that knowledge. And last but not the least, that is basically the feedback side. Feedback. You should get feedback from a tutor. So you will be knowing what to write, what not to write, and considering the time, what should I do? That is basically three areas or three steps. Now, how we study? We study in a couple of ways. First of all, we talk about live online session. Just like in this orientation, we are working live online. But our classes are live interactive sessions as well. So you can speak, you can ask any question. You do not need to wait for the end of the session. It is just an orientation, and just to avoid some noises or any other concern, I have muted all of you, but you will be unmuted at the end of orientation and you can ask as many questions as you have. So we study in live online session. Second, we also provide the recorded sessions as well. All of the courses of corporate reporting, SBM, and case study are recorded as well. So even if you think you need to go for recording, you can go with the recordings as well. You can go with live online session plus recorded session as well. This is what we normally advise. Because recordings you can study, you can watch them at any time, and live online session you can join us on our weekly basis as well. Along with this, we also provide group sessions as well. For example, if you are a couple of people and if you think we need some separate session, it's fine. We can have some arrangements and we can allow a group to have separate session according to your time that will be convenient for both the tutor as well as for the candidates. We also provide one-to-one sessions as well, because if you think I need to study individually, I do not want to study in the classroom because classroom has a different environment and I need to study at my own pace, it's fine, perfectly fine. You can go with one-to-one sessions as well. So we provide couple of opportunities, flexibilities for your learning. It's not like there is one thing and you have to study in that particular fashion, because we know everyone has its own circumstances as well, and we will help you, we will facilitate you according to your circumstances. Further, what we do, we provide you the evaluations and feedback on your assignment. Most of the people get the feedback on their past papers only, but We provide feedback on your assignments as well as on past paper. So we will be discussing some assignments in class, practicing some questions in class, and some questions in as a part of our home assignment as well. So we will be providing the feedback on both class-based and home-based assignments, whatever you are going to submit to us. We will provide you comprehensive notes plus slides as well. So that will help you a lot in remembering the areas. And last but not the least, live online and recorded session that I just mentioned. So that's why we have mentioned it again here. Why? Just because we provide these facilities. So along with your assignments, your evaluation, your feedback, we also provide live online and recorded sessions too. We also go for exam software practice. That is basically the ICAEW exam software practice. We go with question bank and past paper practice as well. We go with 2026 study material. We will provide you the latest study material. And last but not the least, we will go for mock exams and feedback, basically. Comprehensive feedback, and all of this would be in a written. That is basically the written feedback, not just the oral one. That is the written feedback. That is basically a proof what you have done right and what are the areas that you need to improve. So you can study effectively, just more effectively few days before exam. So you will be watching out those assignments, your past papers that were marked by the tutor. So you will be having the idea what I was doing right and what I need to improve. I need to avoid those mistakes into examination hall. Now let's talk about 12-week study plan. As we know that classes are going to be started from 1st of August 2026 and exams are basically in November first week. So it has more than 13 weeks for preparation, and we will guide you how you need to prepare yourself basically. Why I have mentioned that 12-week? The reason is that just to allow some sort of flexibility, some facilitation. If due to any reason, if you are unable to study, so you can accommodate into that area. If I share a plan, that is basically a general plan, and specifically, as I mentioned, that will be customized according to the situation of every candidate. That will be customized. For example, starting from week 1, what we are going to do, we are going to revise our basic areas, some basic standard. In week 2, we are also going to do the same job, revise basic areas. Let's suppose if there is a candidate and that candidate saying, I am already very good, I do not need a huge amount of time. So that can reduce its 2-week time to 1 week or couple of days, depending upon the situation or circumstances, which I am talking again and again. In week 3, we will start the advanced level topics and practice sessions as well. Same job would be in week 4 as well, basically. Same job. In week 5, what we are going to do, we are going to go with our auditing concept, auditing areas as well, like planning, risk, audit risk, business risk, types of audit risk, analytical procedures, substantive procedures, audit report, and so on. Then we will also practice the integrated questions as well, basically, like questions of reporting and auditing side. So here we will be practicing of reporting plus audit side. In week 7, again, we will be doing the same job, integrated questions practice. In week 8, we will talk about advanced information sessions as well. So we will look at the advanced information that will be relevant for November 2026 exam. We can take up before the week 8 as well, depending upon the situation, or along with other topics as well. In week 9, we will talk about data analytics session. What is data analytics? How you can work upon those areas. In week 10, we will be having the revision session and exam technique session. That is the revision of exam techniques as well. Revision of technical areas, couple of areas, or the problematic areas where you need more explanation. In week 11, we will talk about past papers, more and more session on past paper. In week 12, we will be doing the same thing as well. That is past paper session. And these will be full past paper as well. You will be attempting. And then we will be providing the feedback. That is basically a journal plan for 12 week. Rest, it will be customized and then it will be accommodated. I'm talking about tutors feedback, how feedback would be provided, how feedback would be provided. So if we talk about, let's have an overview how I am going to provide you the feedback. For example, when the control is achieved. What do you mean by when the control is achieved? Obviously, there would be some specific date into your exam question when you are achieving the control, when your associate or investment is becoming a subsidiary. So there must be a date and you need to mention that date as well. If you are not mentioning it out, you are writing it journally. Again, there are a couple of spelling mistake. There are evaluation issues like student didn't mention the specific discussion figures. Student didn't talk about the intra-group loan, the increase in fair value property. If you think property of Oslin has been increased, its fair value has increased, so there must be a figure, either a figure of £1 or £1,000 or £1,000,000 or dollar. You need to mention the figure. You need to be specific. In fact, you need to be specific. You need to be specific and not the general one. So in this way, I'm going to evaluate your feedback. I'm going to evaluate your assignment, provide you feedback, not only for your past paper, but also for your home and class-based assignments. If we talk about the portfolio, what we are going for this, what we are currently offering with our courses, let's just have a quick overview. We are providing session for ACA, ICAEW, ACCA, FIA, CMA USA, CMA USA, Certified Management Accountant, CFA USA as well, Certified Financial Analyst, and we are also providing the OBU mentoring. That is for the last session, that is November 2026. That is basically the last session because after this, there is no MOU between ACC and OBU. Then we also provide a couple of trainings. Here we are also providing the trainings or workshops. Comprehensive one. Financial modeling, certified financial planning and analysis, Power BI, internal audit, risk management, financial planning, specifically for US GAAP professional. And last but not the least, public finance accounting as well. So we have a team of professionals and everyone takes up its own areas as well. If we talk about our success stories, then we have 100 plus success stories across multiple areas. And you can see the feedback of multiple professionals on my LinkedIn page. You can see the feedback. Different types of services were required. different feedbacks you can review on LinkedIn page as well. I just mentioned few of them basically. So you can see different professionals have provided their own feedback, what they observed with their learning when they were studying, when they were utilizing our services basically. For more feedback, you can review my LinkedIn profile. Lastly, if we talk about the contact details, how you can contact us, this is basically the WhatsApp. For UK base, we have this one. For Pakistan, we have this WhatsApp as well. That is basically the email if you want to write an email. And same detail is available on Facebook page as well as on our LinkedIn page as well. That is basically about our social media presence. Now, at the end, I would say thank you very much to everyone for listening to me for last 40 to 45 minutes. I try to explain the ICAEW Advanced Level for November 2026. Now, we will be having a question and answer session. Thank you.